Imagine your humanized My Little Pony artwork being made into a movie. Well, that's essentially what Hasbro did when they created this spin-off. The following review contains copious amounts of My Little Pony content. Viewer discretion is advised. Hasbro saw a big boom in popularity in My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, and with that they saw the opportunity to expand upon the franchise. And what better way to do that than create a series of spin-off movies? Thus we have today's subject, Equestria Girls. If you are one of those that subscribes to the Many Worlds theory, then this would be your movie. A film that takes place between seasons 3 and 4 of Friendship is Magic, Equestria Girls is one of those weird concepts that seems almost like someone's fanfiction coming to life. Fans had mixed feelings about this after it came out, probably because this wasn't a true pony movie. So is it as bad as some people say it is? Or is it one of those underrated masterpieces? Well, let's find out. So ladies and gentlemen, get your friends together and your ponies. So it's time to watch Equestria Girls. We start off with the main six arriving in the Crystal Empire, with Twilight still trying to get used to her big change that came in the Season 3 finale, when she became a new Alicorn princess. Pinkie explains that what Twilight's feeling is being
You're nervous-sighted! It's like you want to jump up and down and yell, yay me! But you also want to curl up in a teeny tiny ball and hide at the same time!
Wait a minute. Run that last bit again. Pony Transformer crossover confirmed. Now that I've said it, Hasbro's going to make it canon! Twilight talks a bit about how she's not used to the whole princess thing, choosing not to wear her crown the whole time.
Oh, sorry, darling, but I just realized you're not wearing your crown. You haven't forgotten it back in Ponyville, have you?
It's in my bag. Just feel a little self-conscious about wearing it. Haven't really gotten accustomed to these yet, either.
Okay, here's the bit that brings in a bit of a logic break. Twilight says she isn't used to the wings in this segment, and that carries over into the two-part premiere for Season 4. Yet, at the end of Season 3, at the very end of that Season 3 finale, she's able to fly so perfectly. So, kind of makes me wonder, how is it she was able to fly so well at the end of Season 3, but she can't fly worth a darn in any of these later segments? There's a few possibilities. Number 1, green screen effects, and number 2, Pegasus ponies being shown, like, not even on camera, guiding her as she's going through her flight. My money's on green screen. The girls later arrive at the Crystal Empire Castle to meet up with Princesses Celestia, Luna, and Cadence before tomorrow's Princess Summit, an event we only heard of at the start of this movie. Before getting ready for bed, Twilight and Spike continue the whole discussion we had just moments ago. Eventually, Twilight gets settled into bed, but there are some more wing-related issues.
I can't talk. Ugh. Just trying to get comfortable.
Man, Twilight really needs to get used to her new springs. Wings! I meant wings! We then cut to a hooded figure roaming the castle, attempting to steal Twilight's crown. The figure pretty much gets away with it until...
What? My crown! She's got my crown!
Wait, how do we know for sure that that's a female pony under that cloak?
Stop!
Well, yeah, I got nothing. Anyway, so then Twilight chases down this mysterious unicorn until the crown falls through some sort of magic mirror.
Sorry it had to be this way, Princess.
Who was that?
Sunset Shimmer, a former student of mine.
Hold up, wait a minute. I gotta stop right here. Before the movie was released, there was a toy of this Sunset Shimmer, which I have right here. And on the back of her box, it says, and I quote, "Years ago, she was also a student of Princess Celestia." So, she was considered canon before she was even canon. Can anybody say hipster Hasbro?
In addition to the exposition regarding Celestia's former student, Luna reveals the mysteries of the magic mirror.
This is no ordinary mirror. It is a gateway to another world. A gateway that opens once every 30 moons.
Holy crap. Hasbro's able to see into their own future? What kind of witchcraft is this? And I feel dirty for even referencing that.
Sparkly!
By the way, I love Luna's reaction here. It just screams, "You see the crap I have to put up with?" After all the exposition, including the dangers of Twilight's crown being in the other world, Twilight is told that only she can complete this mission of going through the portal to retrieve her crown.
And why does this seem so familiar?
But Twilight, in the end, it must be you and you alone who ultimately assists Princess Cadance and Shining Armor in doing what needs to be done to protect the Empire.
Okay, so this is the writers running out of ideas. Or maybe they're wanting to see how far they can push Twilight before she reaches her breaking point.
No, Pony knows.
Twilight gets ready to step into the portal, but not before...
Whoa, whoa, whoa! She's going, we're going with her. Right, girls?
Ooh, I'm so nervous,
You do realize that's not a real word, right?
I'm afraid I can't let you go.
What? Why not?
Stupid reason they can't go with her in 3, 2, 1.
Sending all of you could upset the balance of this alternate world, creating havoc that would make it impossible for Twilight to get the crown back from Sunset Shimmer.
Okay, now wait a minute. Sunset Shimmer entered this other world, more than likely upsetting the balance to begin with. Twilight can go in there, but she may also upset the balance. But adding in her friends is a no-go because same reason. I'm sorry, but what?
After all the exposition, for real this time, Twilight begins her journey through the Looking Glass with Spike chasing after her. We arrive in the new world through Twilight's point of view as she begins to notice a few things.
Spike? Are you a dog?
I think so, but I have no idea what you are.
Huh?
I've got a feeling this is going to be a thing, so let's get a counter going.
Twilight, you have to get it together.
What does the rest of me look like?
Like you, only not you. Your muzzle's really small.
My muzzle?
My magic. It isn't working.
Makes sense. You don't exactly have your horn.
What?
Whoa! 3 freakouts in less than 5 minutes. Congratulations, Megan McCarthy. You just ruined your lead character in record time.
After the freakout session, we cut to the inside of the school building as Twilight tries to learn about this strange new world she's in through a musical number.
What a strange new world. I'm trying to make heads or tails of this strange new world.
After which she spots a bullying scene.
You shouldn't pick up things that don't belong to you.
It doesn't really belong to you either.
Excuse me?
Nothing.
Why am I suddenly getting flashbacks to the old dub of Sailor Moon here?
Hold it still. I want to feel its tongue. Hey! Stop it!
I did not want to relive that, thank you.
Turns out our bully here is Sunset Shimmer, who essentially rules the school.
You must be new here.
Turn down for what?
Her target was
Fluttershy.
Sorry, what was that?
It's Fluttershy.
Turns out she was being bullied by Sunset Shimmer because she found the crown earlier during scenes we didn't see until just now as she tells Twilight about it. So where's the crown now?
So I decided to give it to Principal Celestia.
Principal Celestia?
Okay, am I the only one having issues adjusting to this whole thing here? Okay, maybe not.
Twilight meets up with Principal Celestia to discuss the crown. Turns out that the crown is being held for the upcoming school dance, the Fall Formal.
Fall formal?
It's Canterlot High's Big Fall Dance.
Like the Grand Galloping Gala.
A Grand Galloping Gala?
Tonight on Newsbreakers, new girl explains horse-related things to Canterlot High principal and then is immediately expelled. Were her rights violated? And what does this mean for your children?
Anyway, Twilight learns that the crown and title of Fall Formal Princess are given out based on peer votes, which gives Twilight an idea.
Looks like if I want my crown back, I'll have to become Princess of the Canterlot High Fall Formal. So that's what I'm gonna do.
And how exactly do you plan on doing that?
I have no idea.
Twilight, you're a brilliant student, you got called Egghead in the very beginning for a reason, and you finished a spell that was left incomplete for years at the Season 3 finale. You have a big brain in that head of yours. Use it!
After a lunch meeting with Fluttershy about running for the Fall Formal Princess, Twilight tracks down the head of the planning committee and...
Pinkie Pie?
Tell me she's not as crazy as Pony Pinky.
Are you psychic?
No. I don't think so. Unless, of course, that's something you can do here.
Not usually.
Oh, come on. And I thought Fluttershy's personality carrying over was nuts. What's next? We're gonna get another visit from a member of the main six?
Somebody order a dozen cases of fizzy apple cider.
Me.
I was bluffing!
Whatever, so Pinkie tells Applejack about Twilight running for the Fall Formal Princess, and AJ gives out a warning about running against Sunset Shimmer.
I'd think twice about that. Oh, sure, she'll probably approach you all friendly like. I sure am looking forward to some friendly competition. That's so good to hear. But then, here comes the backstabbing.
Thanks for the advice, Applejack. But this is something I really need to do.
Huh? Suit yourself. Hey, how'd you know my name was Applejack?
Spoilers.
Now, Twilight was warned about how Sunset Shimmer gets what she wants, but she signs up anyway. When Sunset learns of Twilight running for Fall Formal Princess, she starts threatening Twilight and begins her plan to knock her out of the running.
And how do you do that? By making a smear campaign video and putting it up on YouTube. That's how.
During the smear setup, Twilight is spending time in the school library. Turns out that Sunset sent her lackeys in snips and snails to capture anything that could be seen as embarrassing. During that time, Twilight looks at an old yearbook and notices how close everyone who resembles her Ponyville friends were, then compares it to now.
They look like they're friends with each other. But it doesn't seem like they're friends now.
Not so much.
I just can't help but get the feeling that Sunset Shimmer had something to do with it.
Spoilers.
We then cut to the next morning as Twilight is getting a few laughs while walking through the hall. She gets pulled into an empty classroom by
Rarity?
to receive a disguise that is not very effective as the others show up to reveal the video Sunset put out.
Oh, it's really not that bad.
Twilight Sparkle wants to be your Fall Formal Princess. But what does it say about our school if we give someone like this such an important honor?
I'm trying to figure out if this is animal cruelty or just plain cruelty.
After watching the smear video,
I take that back. It's pretty bad.
the girls start fighting and Twilight interrupts to try and resolve the fight and try to get them back together. Turns out Sunset posts each of them, sending texts and emails to the other, making changes to their plans that would result in dividing them. Fluttershy, Applejack, Pinkie, and Rarity make up with each other, leaving one friend needing forgiveness.
Who haven't we actually seen yet? Oh yeah, Rainbow Dash!
Everything gets patched up with Rainbow Dash, and she decides to hop on with helping Twilight on her campaign. On one condition.
I'll totally help you out. All you gotta do is beat me in a game of one-on-one.
What?
First to 5 goals wins.
One zip!
Chips say you're a cheater pumpkin eater.
The match goes on, with Twilight failing, of course. Despite losing, Twilight still gets Rainbow Dash's help. The girls meet up in the local coffee shop to discuss how they'll get the school to rally around Twilight. At the same time, Twilight has an awkward encounter with a boy known as Flash Sentry, who happens to be Sunset's ex.
And the enemy of every brony who had Twilight as their waifu. Not that I know what a waifu is.
Back to the campaign plans. Beardy comes up with an idea that involves some old headbands and tails to remind everyone of their unity through school spirit.
The five of us are obviously very different, but deep down we're all cancelled on wonder cults. Sunset Shimmer is the one who divided us, Twilight Sparkle is the one who united us, and we're gonna let everyone know it!
That's a good way of putting it. So then comes what is probably the catchiest number in the whole film, as our 6 girls perform in front of the whole cafeteria to reunite the school and get them voting for Twilight. Seriously, this song is so catchy, it just makes you want to...
Get down, if you're gonna come around, we can work together, helping Twilight win the crown. So get down, 'cause it's gonna make a sound, if we work together, helping Twilight Sparkle win the crown.
Only one problem. Sunset Shimmer. She approaches Vice Principal Luna to let her know of some major chaos that ruined the dance decorations in the gym.
Isn't this just awful? And after Pinkie Pie worked so hard to make things so perfect, why would Twilight Sparkle do something like this?
All who believe Sunset's crap, please raise their hands. Really? Nobody? What a shocker!
Twilight gets called into the principal's office and is shown some photos of what looks like her destroying the dance decorations in the gym. As Twilight is about to receive her punishment, in comes Flash to save the day by bringing in some new evidence. This evidence proves 2 things: that Twilight is innocent of the crime, and that Sunset Shimmer is horrible at Photoshop.
Though I will give her props for her use of an X-Acto knife. And I'll tell you what, that is one sharp talent.
Unfortunately, with the damage being done, the dance is being pushed back to tomorrow night. This puts Twilight in a panic as she runs from the school and hides away from her new friends, wondering what to do next.
If I don't get my crown tonight, I won't be able to go back to Equestria for another 30 moons. Oh, what are we gonna do?
We tell them the truth. Let them know what's really at stake if you don't get the crown tonight. They'll help us figure something out.
Oh, come on, Dog Spike. It would take a miracle of some kind for the others to understand the truth regarding Twilight and the crown. Anyway, after the talk with Spike, Twilight decides to make the big reveal.
You see,
You're from an alternate world and you're a pony princess there, and the crown actually has a magical element embedded in it that helps power up other magical elements, and without it, they don't work anymore, and you need them to help protect your magical world. And if you don't get the crown tonight, you'll be stuck in this world, and you won't be able to get back for like a really, really long time.
What the heck?
how did you know all that?
Just a hunch.
After the whole reveal, the girls get together in the school gym to get it ready for the dance. Some of the other students see this and join in.
All right, everyone. Fall Formal is back on for this evening.
We later cut to a musical montage of the girls getting ready for the big night.
This is our big night. We're getting ready.
And I gotta say, this scene gives fond memories of Season 1 when the main 6 were getting ready for the Grand Galloping Gala. Also, this song shows that Daniel Ingram has amazing talent in composing songs, even if it's just for a simple montage.
We're now at the dance and awaiting the final results of the vote for the Fall Formal Princess.
And now, without further ado, I'd like to announce the winner of this year's Fall Formal Crown. The princess of this year's Fall Formal is...
Oh man, this is so awesome.
Twilight Sparkle!
You got it! Yeah! Woo!
As Twilight is being crowned, Snips and Snails kidnap Spike, leading her to the school statue, which also holds the portal. Spike is returned, but Sunset Shimmer threatens to destroy the portal unless Twilight gives her the crown. Twilight refuses to give up the crown, leading to the craziest game of keep away ever, until the crown finds its way into Sunset's hands.
Was that dark magic that came out of that crown just now? Or did Sunset just take off her makeup? My money's on makeup.
With her new powers of dark magic, Sunset puts the rest of the school students under a spell, making them loyal to her, and then she begins to monologue about her evil plans.
Spoiler alert! I was bluffing when I said I was going to destroy the portal. I don't want to rule this pathetic little high school. I want Equestria. And with my own little teenage army behind me, I'm going to get it!
Sunset then powers up to eradicate Twilight, but the element inside the crown's true power is revealed as it shields Twilight and the others from Sunset's attack. This then leads to the 6 of them receiving pony power to defeat Sunset Shimmer and undo her spell.
And apparently the magic of friendship is so powerful that not only does it exercise Sunset's demon form, but it also knocks her into a crater despite the fact that she was in the air just a few seconds ago.
Our heroes, and they truly are after all of this, head to the crater with Twilight imparting her wisdom regarding friendship.
The magic of friendship doesn't just exist in Equestria. It's everywhere. You can seek it out, or you can forever be alone. The choice is yours.
During this speech, Sunset asks for forgiveness for her evil ways.
But all I've ever done since being here is drive everyone apart. I don't know the first thing about friendship.
I bet they can teach you.
The school has their dance, and the Human Five wish Twilight farewell as she takes the portal back to Equestria. As soon as she arrives in Equestria, Celestia requests an update from Twilight regarding Sunset Shimmer.
Sunset Shimmer, is she all right?
I think she's going to be fine. I left her in good hands.
What are hands?
Good question. You know, while I think about that, let's see what's left of this movie.
Twilight and the rest catch up on what happened in the other world, and Twilight bumps into the new Royal Guard.
Who is that?
He's a new member of the Castle Guard. Flash Sentry, I think. Why? Do you know him?
Not exactly.
He just totally reminds you of a guy you met in the other world who played guitar and was in a band and helped prove he didn't destroy all the decorations for a big dance so you could still run for princess of the big dance and then asked you to dance at that dance? Right?
How did you know that?
Just a hunch.
And with that, the movie comes to a close. So, final score?
As much flack as this movie has received, I give it a decent 7 out of 10. Yes, the film has those moments of being rushed, such as poor logic regarding Twilight's friends following her into the other world. A few, wait, how does she know that's what happened when we didn't see that moment? And the super fast plot progression. But it's still a decent film. I think the pony fan base overreacted when they first heard about this movie, calling it the end of friendship is magic. In short, it has some problems, but it isn't as bad as some made it out to be.
And that's it for Equestria Girls. But, not done yet. Turns out in the next year we ended up getting a sequel. Join me next time when we learn how the rainbow rocks. Until then, have a nice day, guys.
And you came around to fix it all. A friend for life, that's what you are to me. A friend for life, that's what you are to me. A friend for life, that's what you are to me. Oh, a friend for life, that's what you are to me. That's what you are to me.
When your legs don't work like they used to before, in the arms of